fight right here. We might have the first bump fight. This back. I have the first bump fight right here. I have the first bump fight. Gotta be a more low-key place.
A bald eagle right there flying in front of us.
There is.
Holy
This
shit.
place right here.
Oh, it doesn't have the camera turned around. Damn
This
it.
is the low-key place right here. It's right down the street. Low-key. I think
Well,
this
this should be
lady's
on
been
my
sitting here for a
dash
while.
cam then.
She's in blue spots. Yeah, I think we've seen her on previous videos over there. She's got bleeding neck, stabbed it, I believe. The other day she was passed out and her neck was just bleeding. This is the drug tent, I think. Like everyone does drugs around here. So this little gray tent right here. It's got a blue tarp over it now. But this is where everybody like stabs. Like the first day we started watching this was the area we kind of started watching right here. And everyone was getting shot up right here. This is where Dr. Blue was hanging out at. That one bearded kid. That one skinny tweaker. It's a trap sidewalk. It is a trap sidewalk. Look at that. Bikes, scallywags, suitcases, luggage, crack, heroin, pimps, hoes. This guy here, I think he's a drug dealer right here. This bald guy right here, he's a regular on the scene. You guys see him? That's a regular on this scene right here. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the feed. We're watching Kensington Avenue, the street camp, and the Trump rally in Atlanta, Georgia, Notorious Express. The signal is intermittent. That's the audio we're running. It's just basically sitting there doing nothing. The content's over here, across the street. Like him and his fat friend Taco Joe want to sit over here and do fucking nothing. So there's nothing for us to leech off of. Fuck you, Oreo Express. You fucking suck, man. Why the fuck would you fight in Atlanta just to sit here and do fucking nothing? Go talk to those people, man. Like, seriously. These two fuckheads flew from California to come here to do this right here. Sit across the street recording cars. Like, what the fuck, man?
Morning.
Just stayed in California, man.
Still morning. Almost.
You came here for this? That's why you flew here? Taco Joe had to pay for 2 fucking seats just to fucking do this shit right here? Fuck, man. That shit really grinds my gear, man. The ball guy sells fentanyl. And just did it, dude sells crack. I see. Yeah, go to yourself, man.
Jesus. This guy's fucking crawling.
The douche guy would get in there. Yeah, the douche guy would get in there and say, cool. If I get a glimpse at Trump going to jail, I see. Is that 203 right there? Is that crackhead 203 right there? Man? You guys see crackhead 203 right here?
Oh, come on, dudes. I ain't fucking
You guys see
playing
crackhead
games.
203 right here? That's him, man. It's the same person. You can't get his live to work because by that. too much bandwidth sharing. I think that's a lie, man. If it works here, it'll work over there. I think he's just lying, man. He's being a lazy fucking recorder. Is that Tone? I would love to see Tone on here, man. Tweaking out, running back and forth. Hell yeah. Oh shit, is that dog? Is that a dog out there? Yo, is that a midget? Is that a midget being pushed right there, man? Is that a midge? Is that a midge, man?
Morning, West Side. Yeah, it's been a minute, but I haven't been really streaming a whole bunch either. Been taking it sleazy.
See if tacos are any good.
A lot of work lately. Yeah, I'm watching Bow.
Oh, he's got.
Morning, Brandon Mitchell. You have to. Oh, I don't.
Record him, man.
Dude, you don't have to fucking stop. Why are you stopping? God, I hate people that don't know how to do fucking traffic circles.
Who's he talking to, man?
You're a fucking idiot. All right, I feel better. Thanks, SS. Or S5. You know, whatever.
Who is that scallywag, man?
There she is.
The fuck? Who is that, man?
Maybe that we're asking.
This is who's gonna make. These are the people that's trying to make America great again, man.
Hey, Gregory.
There she is.
She needs to fucking watch what she eats, man. She looks unhealthy, man.
Why was he ever blocked on anybody's, Brandon?
Wow, man. It's been repeating things that people on the internet has been saying, man. She's got no opinion on her own, and she looks like she's a worthless eater, man.
Why would he be blocked?
What kind of sow is that?
I get some gas and some iced tea. Oh, misunderstanding. Okay. See, Brandon never does anything. I fat fingered people by accident, but you know, trying to add somebody as a moderator or something like that, and accidentally blocked them. Hey, LVA.
That's what all that stuff biscuits and gravy would do to you. I like biscuits and gravy, man. I ain't gonna lie. I
See you later,
sausage
S5.
gravy on my biscuits. It just sounds gay, man, but it's an actual gay.
Rained a lot last night. You can see all the water standing on the ditch on the side, but up in Monroe, I guess a bunch of the roads are flooded. Oh, yeah. You know what big hands means, right? Big gloves. That's my dad joke for the day.
Glory B? That is Glory B, isn't it? It took me a while to realize who it was. Who Glory B? Did someone say biscuits and gravy? Biscuits and gravy, yeah. Or groovy. Bro.
Yeah, Brandon's cool. He's generous, too. There you go. Gotta get my iced tea. Run a little bit late today. My stomach wasn't right. I ate something bad last night, I think.
Is it dog here, man?
Yeah, dog sounds like it's not happy with somebody.
It is a dog here. It is right there. No, it's behind him. Behind Oreo. These games are tough. Yo. Thank you, Isaac World.
Alright. I do gotta wash the window too. Be right back, guys.
Street janitor right here.
Listen to Bow. and watch people go in and out of Speedway.
Someone needs to grab a pussy or it's not true Trump rally. I do want to see someone get grabbed by their pussies, man. If I was there, I'll go grab Taco Joe right in his fupa.
I mean, you know,
Like, hey there,
Think about
buddy.
they will come. The Secret Service will swarm this jailhouse. They will have to clear all kinds of blocks just to house them here for a night.
Oh, this guy's picking up needles right here. This guy's picking up needles. This guy right here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, good morning to you, welcome. We got a Trump rally in Atlanta.
Who's getting my bandwidth, so Joe? I wish I could. If I could, I would be still in it right now. Talk to those,
Yo, what kind of car is that?
those people that
What kind of car is that right
sponsored
there?
Farm, like, taking up all the network. Oh, guys, someone got arrested last night too.
Almost got arrested?
Yeah, the guys. Wait. Joe's gonna lie about this story. I promise you. So last night about 1 in the morning, 1:30 in the morning, we were thirsty. Me and Order walked over to a convenience store, gas station. We did a little shop. After the massage. Yeah, after the massage. After the we went down there and we got a couple of drinks, some snacks, and went up to the front. Hey, and she bagged up all my stuff and she put in there some drinks. So I walk away with my bag after I pay. Then she calls me back. She goes, "Sir, come back here." And she pulls out a drink. She goes, "Well, you didn't pay for this." I was like, "I didn't bag up the stuff." Well, that's not how I remember it. He says, "Dude," he goes, "right when I leave, I gotta be out of here quick. We're gonna gaffle." He used the word gaffle me a Pepsi. And sure enough, he was waiting on me because I had like 9 waters, and there was a police officer in there. I told you that story earlier.
That guy got a needle in his mouth?
Already in there, and she called him back to the
Everyone's sleeping, man. These people are sleeping. He was sleeping.
I had to go through his bag and found that Pepsi in there. I can't go anywhere with this guy.
He's got a needle in his mouth, right?
I think Order was trying to set me up last night, to be honest, because he was back there with his camera, ready to record my arrest. Well, there was cops already. I think Order
Are they doing something over here? Are they cooking something up there?
What
are they doing over here?
Oh yeah, dude, it was not a.
Oh, they're smoking crack. Look,
told Joe when we
they're smoking a pookie.
I guarantee there's a lot of crime in this parking lot. All the cars were parked at the gas pumps. We're not getting gas. They were sitting in their cars drinking and walking through. A guy had pulled up outside the gas station with like a trailer barbecue and was barbecuing food for everybody. Oh, that's true too. Yeah, it was just at 1:30 in the morning. In California, we have taco stands. Here in Georgia, there's vehicles pulling a smoker and selling BBQ out the back of their vehicle, while the whole gas station is full of people drinking in their vehicles, right in front of officers.
Send a drone with crack, watch them fight. That would be kind of great. With a little crack rocket there, or hanging from a line.
Just sounds like a good time. We've been getting workouts out here. The streets in downtown, they're up in the hills. So it's not fun going up. It's fun coming back.
She looking in the mirror, see how many teeth she has left? Close. This guy's got a needle in his mouth right here, man. Ooh, barbecue. I just want a piece of burger Burger King, man. Yo, this guy's passed out right here, man. He's got it.
And the worst part, I don't even drink Pepsi.
Hey, rip for that dude.
Imagine going to jail for a drink you do not like.
Here comes another insurrectionist. I think that's Yellow Sizzler. Is that Yellow Sizzler? Is that you, Yellow? Oh my gosh!
Who's Yellow Sizzler?
Actually, they have a Coke museum here that I'm not gonna get a chance to
They have
go
a Coke
to.
museum?
I know, before we get the wokeness stuff, but I guess you can go in there and try every flavor.
Yo, this bitch is got out right here. Look at this lady.
All right.
She's just laying there, people sleeping around her. Jesus Christ.
Wife's gonna be happy.
You guys see that? Look at that pigeon. You guys see that pigeon?
All right, who's here? Still down to 3.
Crack pigeon. Oh, there's a skinny tweaker. Boom, there's a skinny tweaker that was like a strong Kentucky. There's a tweaker. Like I said, a lot of these characters are just skinny people. Boom, she's back. She didn't jump out the tank. That's her.
All right. Any of my shows come on yet? It's 12. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Watching the lectures.
Analyze a lot of this stuff. One of the things I think is a key takeaway for Trump, why he's so successful, is his authenticity. And for some reason, the political class just can't figure this out. They just keep, robo-copying everybody. They just turn everybody into these little sound bites because they think those are the things that still work. But I think Trump broke that mold. Like, there used to be a political script that everybody could follow that was tried and true, but Trump broke that with his authenticity. And the authenticity, to be clear, puts off a huge amount of people, like a ton of people, but it just separates him from the rest of the class. Simultaneously, it attracts a bunch of people and a lot of very enthusiastic people, and it just separates him from the others who are lacking in the authenticity. And we'll go through it. Of course, we'll see what you guys say about it, but man, I thought those numbers were just outstanding. And this is like crazy territory of those numbers. I mean, Fox News isn't going to get anywhere near that. And I watched the whole thing and rewatched different segments of it just because what did they say? I want to hear that again. No commercials, totally uncensored, just dropped play on demand. No sponsors, nothing. I mean, it's like really just very straightforward. And they got to talk about stuff that I would imagine that Tucker couldn't ask about on Fox News, specifically about, are we in a civil war, going towards a civil war, and all sorts of stuff. And so we'll jump in. We'll see what some of those clips look like. We've got some other reaction. I mean, there were some pretty...
I'm probably going to watch this at work today. I didn't get a chance last night. I was too tired.
Clips that are
I watched part of the debate.
Blackfire and the kind of Trump universe on Twitter.
Ramaswamy was killing it.
About,
He cleaned house.
And the debate and some other things. And so let's jump into some reaction, see what you guys say about this. So over on Locals, we posted this. We said, all right, what's the vote? Now, I got a little bit more options here. I got a little bit more capability to put poll options on Locals. I think on YouTube, I was only limited to 5. And I was contemplating putting Trump on the list, or contemplating putting a didn't watch on the list, or something. But we just left it to the candidates so we could see. If I was voting on this, I would have picked Ramaswamy, no doubt about it. I thought that he far and away was the standout. Looks like everybody basically agrees with that. We've got a couple people saying DeSantis, 4% for Pence. Christie's got a vote in there. Nada for Haley, nada for Scott, and I left off Burgum and I left off Asa as well. So about, I think, what we expect. I thought Ramaswamy was the one who was far and away the standout. But let's see. So that's the initial poll. Let's see what our YouTube friends say about this. So we'll do a refresh over here on the YouTube poll. We dropped both of these this morning.
Yeah.
And wow, it's about the same. All right, so 98% for Ramaswamy. And I only got 5 options on this one. So Christie got a vote. Christie came out very aggressively, and I mean, they were just dropping bombs on, felt kind of like a dog pile on Very, very good stuff. All right, let's see what some of the comments say. And so we'll start down here at the bottom. We've got inDOCtriNATION says Vivek cleaned house. Yeah. Cindy and political moms here. So John M16 says Trump Vivek. We got Cindy says I won't vote for Vivek. I'm putting my trust in I'm not going to put my trust in some fly-by-night who just appeared. That's what got us Obama, says Cindy and political mom. And this is very curious. And this is something that we saw a lot of last night, right? We saw a lot of people saying basically that exact same thing. I think that Nikki Haley said something like that, and Chris Christie called him a ChatGPT, calling Vivek old ChatGPT candidate over there, because all he does is just spit out platitudes. Truth, one after another. We're like, oh, we've heard that crap before. Yeah, wasn't that with Obama? The hope and change garbage? The seas are going to stop rising. Cancer is going to be cured. We're going, what the hell's he talking about over here, weirdo? You can't cure cancer. You're not going to stop the seas from rising. But you did buy a beach house, so maybe you're either not going to rise, or maybe you did stop it, or I don't know what you're doing. But you didn't stop it from rising enough to save your chef. Too soon. All right. So it's an interesting take. Now, Cindy, my response to this is, when I was thinking through this, I also share some of the reservations.
Chopper!
Right? I'm not like, yeah, Vivek. Look, the dude is 38, all right? I'm 37, okay? Now, I know he's way smarter than I am, right? But it's like, all right, I'm pretty self-assured. Don't get me wrong here. I'm pretty confident. And if the task was, Rob, you got to get this country rectified, by golly, I'm up for it. I'm ready to go get it. So let's get to it. And quite frankly, from my perspective, a pretty easy job. And actually, Vivek's perspective is not that much different from mine, which is basically just clean house. Everybody's got it. You're all fired. Sorry, you're gone. Fired. And then sure, you'd probably get impeached, maybe assassinated.
Yeah, she said, "Fuck the drama." She didn't say anything about vets.
Like, you got to take one for the team at that point. That's my role. It's like kind of almost kamikaze president, but to get back in alignment with.
Pretty sure she's a vet.
The original Constitution, the great constitutional.
That's Chopper for you, Westside.
Go down in history as the George.
I didn't even watch that video yet. So I wasn't feeling all that great this morning.
Like I can wrap my head around it. But also, Cindy, I also see the.
That you sent Chopper.
And this was, I think, what Nikki Haley was saying. It's like, yeah, you can really talk a lot about this international global diplomacy plan of yours, Vivek, but until you step out there, you have no idea what you're talking about. And I do have experience with that, and I'm sure you do too. I'm sure we've all been in different situations where we thought an experience was going to be much different than it actually was. So, one example of this in my life was going from law school mentality into practicing law, right? They are two totally different things. And I actually started basically practicing law as an intern while I was in law school, and it really put me off of law school because law school.
What are you talking about, man?
Felt so fake relative to what we were doing in the real world, So, in other words, they can train you, you can talk about it, you can write books, you can write motions, and do mock trials and be on law review and all that crap. But until you go in and you're in a room full of 50 defendants, and everybody's racing to get the prosecutor, and the prosecutor, you got to get their attention, the judge's attention, and you've got all those other experienced defense attorneys jumping in front of you. So
I'll be able to
you got
check that video out at the desktop. I think I'm going to play that Tucker interview when I get to work. I kind of want to see that.
You got to get out there and play. Now, my also concern with all of that is it feels like every time we get an outside player who learns the rules of the game, you get, even an Obama promised a bunch of crap to the left and didn't really deliver for that, and they're all sitting there going, that's weird. I thought he was going to do something differently. And the same kind of thing happens. It's like we get people who go in there, really save for Trump. Trump didn't get us involved in additional new wars like everybody else has, but you get a lot of anti-war people who suddenly turn out to be pro-war people when they get into power. It's like they get read into the game a little bit. So good comment, political mom, and I think it's a good jumping off point.
Who's the only one arguing against wars?
Says Vivek did very well. Pence seemed to constantly ride on Trump's coattails. Yeah, how do you like that? When he kept saying that this was the Trump-Pence administration. He said that like 5 times last night. And he was a little bit ornery, too. He had to get scolded by Brett Baer. Hey, pipe down over there, Mike. Stop insurrecting the debate, right? We're in charge here. Pence seemed he was flat. Man, that's what Baer should have said. Why didn't he say that? Stop insurrecting my moderation authority, Mike. VP President Mike Pence. Yeah, Pence seemed a little angry, and that was a little outside of his normal shtick, I thought. You know, normally he does that, like, holier than thou kind of. You know, the one thing that Pence did say was he dropped that stupid line again.
I've never heard her say anything about being a vet.
Yeah, so I had zero interest in what he had to say.
Yeah.
That line, I think, is very dishonest.
I don't think I've ever heard her claim that, but, you know.
The line, he says, Trump asked me to put him above the Constitution. I think he's nuts. That's not what he asked. And they changed the authority to make it ministerial because it was not totally ministerial.
I think you might have thought that because Anna
about Pence when he was
kind of introduced her to us, but I never heard her say that. Anna, I think Anna might have even said so, but maybe she was mistaken. I think that's why I assumed it too. But I've never heard you say anything like that.
Trump was the winner of the night. But if the question is who's the winner of the night?
Ooh, no tire. That's going to be there for a minute. Somebody gets a new tire or a flatbed.
And he says this was a vote for VP. Trump is our president of choice. And yeah, that's maybe exactly where this is going. We got CPOW says there was a debate. What is the point anymore when our Justice Department is incarcerating attorneys for doing their job? They are. I mean, yeah, that was a horrific thing. I saw the mugshots, so I saved this image. Let me see if it transferred over here. Yeah, I mean, it's just like, it just is infuriating. It was a collage of all the mugshots. And did I save that here? Yeah, here it is.
Oh, jeez.
Bunch of lawyers, you know. Like lawyers, you know, that's my people. Not, you know, not in that way. You know, I really try to avoid most lawyers, to be perfectly honest with you. But
okay, Chopper, I'll let you deal with it. I know, all I'm saying is what I heard, okay? I'm not trying to smooth shit out. If you want to get fired up about something silly, go ahead.
It's reversing almost the nature of the law. So when I was practicing with clients, like, I would go to a judge, and if I would ask for things that weren't well defined. So, for example, the law would say a certain thing, and it would provide the scope of what the law governs. And then it might have some exceptions. You can do these things, you can't do these things, but you've got discretion in this other ballpark.
What do you mean challenge you to be on a panel?
Allowed, definitely not allowed, and then discretion.
I don't get that.
And so if you find those areas of discretion,
she invited you to chat?
It doesn't mention the thing that
I don't understand what challenge means.
It's within that discretion.
I mean, I know what it means, but I don't know if you're using it in the right context.
It's not in the list of things that are excluded. Even though it's not in the list of things that is allowed, it's in the area of discretion. And so my perspective was,
in my opinion, yeah, it's silly. I mean, I can have my opinion.
You can do it, even though it doesn't clearly articulate it, because it doesn't say that you can't.
But yeah, going to the source is the best way to. Ooh, I like the Black Maverick. Ooh, that's nice. That's the first time I've seen one of those.
And then you make all of
Come on, speed it up a little bit so I can see it. So you guys can see it. Yeah, I like that color.
Why this is in alignment with that. This is why this is in the interest of justice.
Hate that like cobalt gray or whatever looking one.
Discretionary area. The law doesn't say you can't. The law doesn't clearly say you can't. So you push, baby, and you ride that line. And a lot of attorneys don't do that. A lot of some attorneys.
Ooh, almost fucked up your new Maverick.
It's clear. And the judges
just came right into me.
That, a lot of time
you gotta cut off the person behind me, though. Dumbass.
And if you've got to interpret that and introduce a bunch of case law or other arguments that are really novel, and that's supposed to process maybe. They'd rather just say no.
I've been invited to a couple panels from Greg, but usually he does it while I'm streaming or in the middle of something, or if I'm at work. I every time he's sent me an invite, I haven't been able to do anything with it. I mean, I'd go on there just to chat with him. I'm not sure what usually when there's a panel that there's you want to have a topic to discuss, not to just bullshit.
You've got to see it. And
I do enough bullshitting all day.
So good to see you, CPAP. You got PFUS says, career politicians are my biggest worry. It seems like they're all part of the deep state, even the Republicans. It does feel like they all have a very similar pattern with one another. When they all start agreeing with one another, it's easy to start questioning their true beliefs, their true allegiances, when they all start sounding like cookie cutters of the same version. Catman says, seems the neocons didn't like his war views, which I actually support. It was kind of funny how they just acted like Democrats and tried to scream him into an opinion, especially Nikki. Her face actually started to turn red when she was neocon explaining him. I presume you're talking about Vivek. What to her was obviously truth incarnated. She did get fired up. She was pretty mad about that. Software Nugget says Vivek was the winner before the debate was even halfway over. He had good energy. He had a nice presence.
How do you know that if you haven't had
Zach says, I vote for Trump.
A debate with her?
Stookie says, me too. SK Tyler says, I
think it was the technology that's kept keeping you away from the panel.
It reminded me of a Banty Boots. Way too inexperienced.
You got to click on a link.
He needs more proving. I like DeSantis. He was up.
Use something new.
Track record, however, I would still support Trump. And Cindy says, I felt exactly the same way. That's interesting, yeah.
This is super smooth. At least they're doing something with this road here. This
has that
this is better than the concrete
feel to him. I don't know that I would say like scripted, because I do think that his response
will be fucked up in 2 years though, because fucking weather here.
Like perfect. So maybe scripted is a good word for it. But
this is super
smooth. DeSantis did try to be very upbeat. There were some interesting memes of him floating around, that maybe feel like it's a little bit forced. But certainly, Vivek did have, he did walk into a room. Dude's 38 years old. He walks into this room with all these people with all these years of experience, and he just stands up there. Now, also, Kay Tyler, this goes back to Political Mom's point, I think, about the inexperience. And, Obama, remember, Obama was very, very useful for the left.
Well, I just know there's two sides to everything, and you saying that you confronted somebody.
They were just going to shoot at Hillary.
I mean, you could say you confronted me, and then, half the chats that I read that you put, if there was a confrontation in there, I wouldn't have seen it. I'm not saying that none of this is not true. I'm just saying that, it's obvious you use a lot of the voice to text, and sometimes it just doesn't come through clear.
That would be a nice thing. Vivek has to be the president, like he can be a vice president, and he could have that energy.
Yeah, let's be children about it, for sure.
Look, we got Biden back after Obama. I'm pretty sure Obama set that whole thing up, so Hillary was just the aberration. So it's curious, Could there be that era? Like, could Trump win? Vivek takes over and lights that.
No, I wasn't. You're right.
The next couple of years, kind of to recreate that epoch of time. Sweet Potato is here. So
and some people just don't know how to take your. Your personality / humor / trolling,
Trump danced the line of conspiracy really well. It showcases doubt, election,
or they don't all take it as well as I do, I should say. I'm not saying they don't know how to take it. They take it the way they want to.
I wish he had answered that. Are they going to kill you? Question in a spicier way. But he definitely had that the president took calm and cool composure. He came more like the president.
I generally stay in my own lanes with bullshit. The only time I've really spoken out about anything anybody's ever said or done lately is when BA did that thing with the orange and then fucking lied about it. I mean, we all watched that happen.
I don't know. Fox apparently was doing very weird stuff with this, like they were limiting people.
I didn't say you were playing.
People were saying,
I'm just saying
can't
you
repost
generally.
more than 3 minutes and stuff. So I know a lot of people.
You like to say little things to try and get under folks' skin. You know it doesn't work with me. I think that's why you halfway respect it.
It is unusually calm and cool.
Some folks just don't handle it the way I do.
In this arena,
yeah, I know, and it doesn't make much sense, LVA.
And his energy,
especially with the the community that I hang around with. It's like, why?
They had it at each other.
Why?
In 2016, remember? And she had a clip on her channel where she said that they just bumped into each other or something at Mar-a-Lago, and she's still, she kind of got like a little shiny-eyed. She's like, man, it's just a weird experience to be around a guy.
I don't know. Your humor's pretty dry, Chopper.
I think that is a huge component.
I can see how people cannot pick up on it sometimes.
Is a giant vessel of energy and authority and heft.
I mean, mine is too, pretty much, but that's why I have no issues with it.
In a way that other people can't move. Sure, policy chops and policy, being a policy wonk is all probably very helpful, but I don't know that that's a critical component of the presidency. So, and Mitt Romney kind of tried this when he was running. Remember, he tried in the last gasp of his campaign to be like the business. He brought out the flip chart, like the whiteboard thing, and started writing like, what are we gonna do? And put together like a business plan and stuff. It's like, all right, that's great, but you need the gravitas, you need the oomph, and I think Trump has it at levels that are just way outside of anybody else. Thought these were interesting choices from DC Dream.
No Vaseline?
After watching the debates last night, here are my 5 top choices for Trump's VP: Carrie Lake, General Flynn, Matt Gaetz, Byron Donalds,
Pocket sand,
Anna Paulina Luna. Interesting choices. Tucker Carlson, but I don't think he'd want the job. Can you talk about how accurate this is? Those are good choices there. Yeah, I
may fire up
on that list. I like his energy. I
actually, if I use StreamYard, I'll probably go to dual stream to Doc Nation just to see if I can get any more stuff. I got enough there to be live. It's just
Matt Gaetz is good. He's probably a little bit too fiery.
I've been getting hit by silly things on my videos lately. So I can see me catching another strike.
I don't know that he had any general.
And getting another 30 days off this channel. So
Carrie Lake, I think they'd make the experience argument with Carrie Lake. But I guess they make that same experience with Vivek. And again, it's gravitas there. It's a good lesson. And we got this one from Cindy.
Jesus, look at this. Oh, whoa. Fucking idiot.
Says, I didn't watch the whole debate.
I'm doing 70 and a 60. And that guy.
And they kind of lost control of the whole thing, didn't they?
I don't care what she said, Chopper. That's the thing. That's the point. I mean, she said it to you, obviously. So.
And they gave him more time, and they got booed for that. And then they kind of lost.
If she doesn't want to talk about it, you don't have to me.
You know? Out of control. I get that it's part of what you have to do.
Go ahead and deal with it. I apologize for sticking my nose in my chat.
Present company accepted. Thank you, words. Of course, what I did see, I think today,
I just don't see the point of arguing over things that, like I said, I didn't hear it. I don't know.
I still nice, good thing.
That's what it is.
I bet that will change before long. Yeah, he's popping. He is popping off right now. So we'll see what some of the polls say in the aftermath of all of this.
Yeah.
We got Pookie's Ma says, I liked everything Vivek had to say. Not wild about his mannerisms and all of the laughing. She was a little bit more composed. With all that said, he handled himself well. Yeah, I thought it was a good first debut, and there's some.
I'm already married.
Like, Vivek is that kid. He's like that really annoying high school kid sometimes. Like I like Vivek, but there was that like annoying high school kid.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm talking about. It's just a lot of people just don't know how to take his
with perfect enunciation.
Personality.
For a second.
That's probably not a good way to say it.
Okay, nobody wants to hear from you every day, every 5 minutes. Okay, just pipe down. And so it's like it can be a little bit much.
I just don't want you running people out of my chat, though.
That kid, like usually they're very.
It's been a while since Westside was in here, and
he's just like enthusiastic.
I think he kind of.
So it's like kind of yelling at an excited puppy a little bit. So, yeah, we'll see. I'm sure he's still developing his style.
She streams quite often. You can hop in there and have a chat with her.
Yeah. And then the laughing, I think, was like a diss. I think the laughing was
I'm the only one that controls free speech here. That's why everybody's a mod.
de-escalation tactic. You know, just the ha, you're dropping back. That's pretty funny. So, pretty funny. All right, so let's jump over to YouTube and see what you guys dropped in the comments. So let's do a refresh over here. And to our members on YouTube, oh, we got a DeSantis, we got a 1%, we got a Haley.
Oh, you got free speech.
We got a 2%. And down here, we got some comments.
Yeah,
we got
absolutely.
Gustav says Trump. Melody says didn't vote. Says should have had a nobody option. My opinion.
But you got to know that
he's got great rhetoric. Seems very passionate. But
there are rules that even that I don't enforce in chats and stuff like that. I mean, you know that because you're the one, you keep getting timeouts on comments and stuff. So
DeSantis,
you got to know where the limits are.
His attempts at being likable failed. Berger was interesting. And
I don't care pretty much what you say here.
But that said, I watched
don't dox anybody.
Myself laughing out loud.
No steak dinner. Oh no. Oh no. Dude, steak dinner sounds excellent today. Whatever I ate last night fucked me up.
Best interview I've seen with Trump, even with all his baggage.
On top of the fucking heat. It went yesterday morning when I woke up. It was 59 degrees. Beautiful. Windows open.
Christy, Asa brought out the quote.
Today it's going to be 99 with a heat index of 108.
Disqualification. He brought out the disqualification garbage right in the middle of
the heat's been steadily going up. It barely even went down a little bit last night with the thunderstorms.
Judge Luttig's efforts to just have Trump remove all.
So it's going to be a bitch at the plant tonight. I'm going to be hiding in my office the whole time, I think. We'll see how many people even show up. I know a lot of people got flooded out up in Monroe. That's why I'm taking this freeway route instead of my back road route. Because I've already seen pictures of the road flooded over. Telegraph Road is flooded over.
Christie, yeah, they got into it. There was an exchange there. Christie called him a ChatGPT candidate.
Oh, really?
And then Vivek said, why don't you give Obama...
Oh, that's why, because those people don't know you at all, Chopper.
Bush is here. Says Ramaswamy
and that
answered questions. He didn't do anything.
And they don't understand your humor or even your commitment to what you're saying. And they're pussies and they report you.
This guy in the White House for 12 years. Yeah, so like as VP and then in there as the actual president.
Yeah.
You know, he's got a nice family, and I think he's got a good story. He kind of told some of that yesterday.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever actually reported a comment on anybody. I've deleted a couple of people.
And he did, yeah, so he...
Oh, they know you now.
And I thought that was a joke. He said, you know that guy...
And now they're going to be looking out for you. It ain't going to matter what you comment. They're going to be like, report. He hurt my feelings.
I think he intended it as a joke.
He's such a mean old man.
Because I do remember Obama saying that. That was a line he kept using. Obama. We got
what I'm trying to say is that...
from SCBM making a vote.
Oh, yeah?
HJ Remy says, I didn't see it, so obviously the answer is me. Genuine. Congratulations to you guys. We got HJ Remy. As an extension of the poll...
That can be a bad thing, man. Because even though supposedly those politicians work for us, they wield some power. They can definitely disturb our lives.
All right, we got the second I saw
because we hurt their feelings. Or just plain don't agree with them.
Mitt Romney's campaign manager is making the rounds.
We're telling them what we think, which is what their job is to listen to that. But you know.
I would not vote for any of these on the debate stage. I will only vote for Trump, and I watched him on Tucker last night. Agreed. Alex says, I love that we get to see vote percentages on here. Yeah, this is kind of fun. And I appreciate everybody voting. My side of things says, darn it, President Ramaswamy sounds like India. USA needs Trump in the world. Well, Ramaswamy has said that. He says that that him being Indian might be a good way for the country to create a nice relationship with India vis-a-vis China. Yeah, Benjamin says, I called it in the chat yesterday. Vivek exposed the neoconservatives and pushed his way to #2. Ron didn't do bad, but he didn't steal the show either. Sassy Tech says, by far, he's dominated everyone last night, talking to Vivek. Jerry says, Vivek was like Scarface in Half-Baked, quitting his job. Jabba the Hutt getting constantly booed was the best part. Who's Jabba? You have an idea. Brad Thorne says, should have added Trump to this poll. Well, it would have just been all Trump, I guarantee it. Which is why I didn't do it. But Tracy says, this debate reinforced my desire for Trump to win. Vivek will be appointed a high position, but not VP, as Trump has very loyal supporters in Senate, Congress, and elsewhere. Irene says, I didn't watch the debate yet.
You're not, but unfortunately, most of the snowflakes in this world are.
I can't believe he didn't put
all that matters.
He clearly won the debate.
Seems to be all that matters to the fucking pigs, too.
Vivek, like, for a decade, and then I consider voting for him. But yeah, well, I left Trump off because the question I kind of wanted to hear from you guys was, who do you think won the act, like, it's like a VP debate kind of thing. Who's #2 of the race? And so if you ask the question, who won the night, I do think that Trump won the night. He was getting criticism for not going to the debate, but I think it was the right move politically, and I mean, it was just kind of a throw stuff at the wall fest, and that would kind of drag down his aura as the heir apparent.
I thought you weren't a feelings guy, Chopper.
Yeah.
You know,
I think that the people who were outraged about it recognize that, which is why they're outraged. Like, it would have been very nice for
always,
so that everybody could be
when driving a big truck behind one of these, wanted to just run up onto the ramp.
Yeah, Michael says, actually watched Trump on Tucker.
Knight Rider style.
And he says, I really want either Blake or Donald to be VP. They're both fiercely loyal, and that is what Trump needs this time around. People who can trust and have the gonads to have his back when time comes down to it. Much love and many prayers from Queen Bees. Yeah. So good comments on that. And it looks like there's consensus amongst the two polls. Looks like Ramaswamy's kind of far away. And there is, so I wanted to share this. So Amuse, this is what the Drudge poll numbers look like. So Amuse took a screenshot of this one. So if we zoom out, the rest of the audience, let's say the rest of the Drudge audience, which is very different than our community here. They also still have Ramaswamy up above. And yeah, they got Haley as #2, DeSantis is #2, or #3, kind of tied with Christie. And so that's interesting. But even with them, Ramaswamy's up there. And so I was poking around, and then this guy did a very interesting analysis on the search volume trends. So you can go to Google Trends and just see what people are actually searching for, and that will measure and you can gauge engagement.
Well, isn't that what
And so he got some good screenshots of this. Says
panel
really
kind of is kind of like a deposition. You could have done that with her.
Everyone in terms of interest.
If she invited you. Tell you what, if you want me to, I'll set up a panel.
So you can see the red is Vivek, right? And it's high up on the charts. There was basically he is far and away above everybody this entire time. Nikki Haley crosses his.
We get everybody in there. We get
right there.
George in there. We'll get Bao in there.
People dropping Nikki Haley. So she's in the yellow. Mike Pence is down here in the green. Ron DeSantis.
Bao loves to jump in and sabotage panels.
Up in the blue. Oh, and they also put Trump in there. So Trump didn't really see a spike. Yeah, Trump's down in purple. So Trump didn't see a search volume spike at all, really. I mean, it was kind of the standard aberrations. So people weren't searching for him, but they certainly were watching him. I mean, gosh, 185 million views is insane. And we'll see what it looks like after that. But the others really not even registering. Ron DeSantis is almost looks like he's below Actually, it looks like Ron DeSantis is below even Trump, which is interesting because Trump was not in the debates. So, like, look here. If the blue is Ron DeSantis, and oh, there it is. Okay, so yeah. During presumably the beginning of the debate, Ron spikes up. Trump has a little bit of a spike right here, but then Ron DeSantis actually falls beneath Trump. Ron's numbers are pretty, that's like not good. It's below Haley, it's below Trump, it's below Vivek. It's basically right on par with Green, Mike Pence.
Yeah, everyone's got their own opinion on him already.
It's barely above Mike Pence, hovering kind of right around that same line. And that's just search volume.
That's for Google.
So Vivek, that's a good night for him. That's a big win for him. When you're looking at the analytics, how much you can't get donors, right? You got to start at the top line. How many impressions did you get? Okay, how many times was your stuff shown? And how many clicks did you get? Then how many conversions did you get to a donation? Or conversions to a vote? And so this is great. I mean, his impression, it's like digital yard signs. And he's just far and away crushing it on that. So that's interesting. And then I think he had another chart for us. And these other two slides on general search trends are even more incredible. They topped everything. His next closest competitor, Haley, got a fraction of the interest. So here you go. 2 million searches on this list. Vivek's on top. Prigozhin's, right? He's beating out Prigozhin. A huge story. Prigozhin had 500,000 searches. Vivek had 2 million plus. That's big. Rudy's 200,000. Rudy's beating Nikki. Kobe Bryant still getting searches. An honor for him.
The anniversary of his death.
So interesting. Lots of interest in him.
Oh.
All right, so we've got some debate reaction.
You're making me rich.
And my friends, thank you.
Tell me how that's happening because I'm not seeing it, man. I'm working 70, 80 hours a week.
In the chat on this lovely, lovely morning. As we pop out.
Man, I did just order a hot tub yesterday. Wife sent me a picture of it. I said, done.
And we're loading up. Who's here? It's Thursday, my friends. How is the
It'll be delivered Sunday.
Let's get that on top. We got SCVMs here. What's up? We got Euro Wars.
Update, Doc Buddy.
When I started this channel, he was quite liberal and centrist. But being exposed to the truth moves right.
Hey, text that to me too.
He got a mod or two.
Yeah, I will. But now I'm only like 7 minutes away from the office. I'll play it on my stream, on my desktop stream.
Pretty conservative.
Text it to me.
This channel largely covered some police issues, and I took the side of what many people called the left on some of those police issues. But I don't think it was ever a liberal channel, in my opinion. But certainly you can have yours. Melody's here. What's up, Melody? And we got some super chats in the house. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
let's take a look and see what we got.
I can't play it on this phone. I mean, I can play it in the background. Here. I mean, you're not gonna be able to see it on the stream.
Voice of the people is in the house.
From the new
says they said Pence upheld the Constitution. He ignored our redress of grievances given by the first weeks before J6. He did not uphold the Constitution. Was there a hand raise on that one? Is there a hand raise on the Constitution question? I don't remember that. I know that Pence wanted everybody to say that. I do remember that. It's like everybody here should vote verbatim and say that I upheld the Constitution. But look, I'm fine with Mike Pence saying, in my opinion,
Bic lighter,
I
huh?
did what I believe was the correct interpretation of the Constitution. That's fine.
That's fucking nuts, man.
He can say that and defend that and die on that hill. Okay, no problem. But he's not saying that. He's saying that Trump asked him to put Trump above the Constitution. That's not what Trump was asking for at all. Trump was asking for him to take action, lawful action, under an alternative interpretation of a statute that governed Mike Pence. That's what happens every day in this country.
So it fucking flooded
People
here.
make
Holy
arguments under
shit.
the law. It's called discretion, and you always make arguments to the maximum extent that you can. And it's back to what I was explaining earlier. It's, the law says certain things are absolutely allowed. The law says other things are absolutely not allowed, and then there's discretion. And unless you're pushing for your position and you're just following the rules in that context, you're not really litigating. You're just kind of following rules. You're just like taking orders. Just like Trump mentioned it on the debate yesterday, like a human conveyor belt. Is that all Mike Pence is? Just a human conveyor belt? It's so good. Such a great line. He just sits there, just like on autopilot, just regurgitates whatever comes into his mouth. Ridiculous. Thanks, Roy. It's good to see you, my friend. Hopefully you enjoyed the activities last night. We'll see what happens with Mike Pence. We should take a look at Predict It and see if that changed. And Real Clear Politics. We'll take a look at both of those. Benjamin Lewis says, Vivek took Christie and Haley to MSNBC and Lockheed. That was a fun line, too. Yeah, he told Nikki Haley, you're going to look real great on the board of Raytheon. Raytheon should be fun for you. And she did not like that comment either. That comment at all. The Raytheon comment. Carrie Lake for Veep, says R. Taylor. She's been hanging out over there a lot. We'll see. I also heard that she might be running for Senate here in Arizona, which will be curious. Either way, she's going to be doing something. She would be a spicy VP pick. She would be very spicy. You would certainly encourage the right. Yeah, it's an interesting one. Good to see you, Art Taylor. Thanks for the tip. T. Lewis says, you have no idea if the gift they will be giving Trump is, you have no idea the gift they will be giving Trump if they do a mugshot of him. That image will be printed and sold a million times.
I'll play it on the desktop.
Great way to replenish the Trump coffers. No doubt.
I want to play that Tucker interview last night, too.
No doubts.
I was
Hopefully
sleeping.
he puts it on coffee cups.
As soon as I got home last night, I wasn't feeling good. My stomach was fucked up. It was hot.
You should put it right on a red hat.
I know. Nothing like the heat you guys are getting, but
Merch that up.
you guys are fucking climatized to that shit.
To be honest, spread around like wildfire, and it would be just symbolic of what they're doing. It's symbolic of their political prosecution.
Yeah, I did. I see that.
I buy one. No, I wasn't joking yesterday.
I saw that chopper. That is a badass picture, dude. That is one of my favorite planes. I used to do a lot of models and stuff, and I even did some amateur rocketeering, and one of them I did was the SR-71. My Blackbird. It only survived one launch, though. The parachute didn't open, and it
victim of political hack prosecutors.
It spiked right into the ground and crumbled.
Embrace and amplify.
So it might have been user error, but it was pretty while I had it. I spiked the fuck out of that thing.
What people need to know about it. So I was intending to mention that yesterday, Liberty Clark. I think he said he was going to file a lawsuit. And
well, gas. Yeah, it leaks gas because once it gets up to speed, it'll steal it. Yeah, when it's on the ground, it leaks like a sieve.
He said, no, I qualify. I've got the 1%. I've got this many votes. He put together a packet and sent it in, and they rejected it. And they said, no, sorry, we don't accept Rasmussen or something like that. Or some other poll. I forget what it was. But
one of my favorite planes, though.
Regardless,
one of the few planes where the pilots had to actually wear spacesuits because they went up so high and so fast.
The other guy that was not on stage was the Miami guy, the Miami mayor.
Pressurized suits.
I think wanted to be on stage and could not get on stage. So good to see you, Liberty. We got Crash says, Rob, we no longer have any semblance of a republic. No free speech is now extended to lawyer-client as a matter of law. It's very troubling. It's extremely troubling, Crash. What we saw there with those 9 mugshots, those were all lawyers. I'm pretty sure this was all the lawyers. Just people doing their jobs, advocating for their clients.
Big print of that would be sweet.
All arrested by...
Just get a good high...
It's crazy. It's a crazy...
A high
and
resolution
election litigation
version of it, and just go to Walgreens or something, and they'll print it out for you. They do posters and everything. Just make sure it's like super high resolution. Hey, Ms. Bees, you're catching us at the end here.
It's going to be a real chilling thing.
Yeah, just get a high resolution picture of it. You can even have it on your phone.
I'm trying to think of what that question is so that I can formulate a response. Are you saying that...
All right, well, I got somebody in there waiting already, it looks like, so
federal government
someone's actually parked where they're supposed to be.
on any particular issue or just in general?
So I'm not going to make them wait. I'm going to try and get the stream set up as soon as possible. We'll watch the end of this if it's still playing, watching the watchers. And then we'll, here, let me turn this around. And then we'll watch Matt's little update. And then I want to watch that Tucker video or interview from last night. So I will see y'all. Crack the window. It's gonna be a hot one today. Ugh, I hate these automatic windows, man. What? You don't watch? Oh, you just listen? I don't agree with you because you answer other people's chats. So you watch. All right, man, I'll do that. All right, guys, I'm gonna close this out. I'll start a new one up once we get inside and get things set up. Peace. Thanks for riding with me. Love you guys. Bye.